Everybody knows the scriptures, but the scriptures is our defense. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is our defense, and the scriptures are our defense. That's our where we run to. You know, like when you're in a battle, in an actual war, you know, you have to take on you got to make sure you have a shield, you know, one of them shield bearers, you know, and their job is to hand you all the right weapons, you know, but you know the weapons that you need, so you'll grab them as you need it. The scriptures are all those weapons, so that's what we use to fight with the scriptures, you know, and things like this. And this scripture here, Ephesians 6, is very key because Paul was letting you know, look, why did Paul write these things? Because Paul was going through the same things himself, you know. So he was explaining to the Ephesians and others that, look, don't worry about it when you're going through these things, because we're not fighting a physical battle, we're fighting a spiritual battle. The spiritual battle is much harder than the physical battle. All right, and that's what we're going through right now. There's all out war have been waged on the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, from them spiritual demons to them physical demons, you know. And what I mean by physical demons, I'm talking about the international bankers, false prophets like Nate and Johanna, Bubble-Eyed Blackfish, and others. But let me read the scripture. Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and in the power of his might. What is the power of his might? His word. Because he said it, God damn it, he's going to do it. Just like when it says that his name, his word is above his name, is magnified above his name, because the Most High, whatever the Most High said, he's going to do. He's not going to change it. Oh, my name is Yahweh, so I'm going to change what I said. No, he's going to enforce it, because he wants to keep that magnificence upon his name, that glory, that magnitude. You know, it says put on the whole armor of the Most High. Now, what is the armor of the Most High? Does that mean go to Walmart or one of those gun stores and buy you know, Kevlar and bulletproof vests and, you know, bulletproof armor for yourself? No, the armor of the Most High is the scriptures. You know, it says, because it says that, you know, if you of a carnal mind, you can't please the Most High. So these carnal weapons are not going to do it. So it says, put on the whole armor of the Most High. When it means put on the whole armor, it means put on the whole armor, the whole book. Don't just put on what you feel, what you like. Put on the whole thing. Because the whole armor of the Lord is what you need. You don't just need pieces and bits, as these other Israelite groups are taking. They're taking pieces and bits of what they want to suit their needs and their wants. This ain't about our needs or our wants. This is about the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We're set as the defenders of the gospel. We gotta defend the whole gospel. If you have an army coming to you and you have a city, you're not just gonna protect one corner of it. You're gonna protect the whole city. Because if the enemy penetrates one part of the city, the whole city will fall apart. So you gotta put on the whole armor. You gotta protect the whole thing. It says that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Because the wiles are what? That's the tricks. The tricks of Satan. Satan has he has tricks. You know what are those tricks? They could come in the form of your woman, it could come in the form of a job, it could come in the form of your mother, your daughter, your son, whatever. Anything to pull you away from this truth. So whenever you're trying to put a lesson together, there's always a hindrance, you know? And then there's always like, you're wasting your time, you know? And you don't need to put that out, you know? And then if you don't act on it right away, you know, that spirit may leave for that moment, you know? And then, you wish you would just jumped on it right away. It says that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. See, this is not a physical battle, you know? It don't matter how strong you are physically. It matters how strong you are spiritually, because we're fighting a spiritual battle, and every day these demons are coming down, and they don't take breaks. They don't take coffee breaks. They don't go and eat a donut or eat a corn muffin, you know, a hot corn muffin with butter in it. They don't take time out to eat a sandwich or to go get a bowl of spaghetti or some shit like that, or some cereal. They're constantly on their grind. They're constantly on their grind. So we got to be constantly on our grind. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual principalities against powers. Now, principalities is a whole host of demons. Let me see if they'll say it here. The first place, principality, rule, majesty of angels and demons, which is it's a host of demons. You know. So when it says for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. We wrestle against all the demons out there, physically in the world and spiritually. You got to remember what you're involved in, man. And I was going to do a lesson, which I really didn't get around to it, based around counting the cost. Because, you know, brothers come into this thing and they don't really count the cost. They don't really sit down and analyze what they're involved in. To them, it's just it's a game, you know. It's a popularity thing, you know. It's how many scriptures or how good can you look when you're speaking, you know. How do I look? Do I look good? You know, is my garment pressed? It's not about all that. It's not about how many scriptures you know. It's about what you do with the scriptures that the Lord gave you. Because these scriptures are talents. This is money the Lord gave to us. He bestowed this money upon us. He entrusted this money to us. So it's our job to push that, put that money out there on the so-called spiritual stock market, so that when the Lord comes back, he could gain his back with using it, you know.